Hello, hello! I am super excited for today's video. From the moment we've moved here to Puebla, we were told about a very unique dish that comes from Puebla, and it's only served seasonally. It's from July through September, so right about now, it's finishing up the season. This is Chiles and Nogada season, and this dish is beautiful, it is delicious, it is fresh. Oh man, I love it. And so I have eaten it several times. I've wanted to learn how to prepare it, and today I'm going to show you, thanks to the help of my two friends, Sarai and Jenny, we are going to show you how to make chiles en nogada. First disclaimer, this recipe is the family recipe of my good friend Sarai, and she's lived here in Puebla for many years, but she is not originally from Puebla, so she wanted me to just make sure to note that. The second thing is, I've been wanting for a while to make this recipe for you, but because of various obstacles and my own procrastination, it is actually the end of the season for some of the fruits that we're supposed to have. So in this dish, there are many fresh fruits. One is pear, but this specific pear that they use is called pera de leche. And unfortunately at our nearby market, they told us the season's up, we don't have any of those. So we used a different kind of pear to replace it. As well as it has apples in the recipe, and there's a specific apple, we'll write it below because I can't remember the name, but those were also not at our market. They said too late, so instead we put some apples, kind of just regular apples we found at the market. So this recipe, we had to do a little bit of tweaking, but we were still able to include all the ingredients that we needed, and most of them were exactly what we wanted, exactly accurate. So here it is. First of all, you need to make the stuffing that you'll be putting inside your chiles. And you'll need 1 kilo of ground sirloin beef. You'll need a ½ kilo of peaches, a ½ kilo of pears, and a ½ kilo of apples. You'll need either 1 large or 2 smaller plantains, 1 full onion, and then 150 grams of almonds, pecans, and raisins. For the fruits, you want to make sure to peel them all and dice them into small pieces as if you're making maybe a Thanksgiving stuffing. That's the same, you'll want to cut your plantains and your onions in that same nice small diced size. For the nuts, you'll want to be sure to chop those finely, and then you're ready to cook up your dish. So you start out with putting your beef into a fry pan, you fry it up. When it's cooked, remove it. Oh, make sure to salt and pepper your beef for sure. Salt and pepper every step along the way. #1 cooking rule. So you'll salt and pepper your beef, cook it, take it out, set it on the side. Use the same cooking liquid to put all your fruits and vegetables in. You'll cook them till they're nice and soft. As they're pretty much soft, you'll throw in the raisins and the nuts, and then you'll mix it. Make sure to salt and pepper that mixture too. Then you'll mix it together with your beef, and your stuffing is done and ready to use. Step #2 is preparing the chilies. So you first need to, of course, wash the poblano chilies, and they're nice and big, and you want to find chilies that are as straight as possible because you're going to be filling them, and if they're all curvy, they're harder to stuff. And you also want to make sure that the skin or the peel of the pepper is still nice and firm. That's a nice fresh pepper, because then you're going to put them on an open flame and roast them, and you want to make sure that all parts of the skin, the peel, turn black. That way you'll be able to peel every part of it well, but make sure not to ever leave them on the fire without manning them, because they get black fast. Then you throw them into a plastic bag that has some salt in it, and you close it up for about 5 minutes and let them sweat. Then when they're done, you pull them out and you make a slit as carefully as you can, making sure you're only slicing one side of the pepper, that you don't slice through accidentally. Slice through one part of it from the stem down to the bottom, and you're going to use a spoon and you're going to dig out the seeds from inside the pepper, and then use that same spoon and just gently scrape the outside to pull off all of the black skin that you have roasted earlier. Once you get all of your peppers cleaned out, this de-seeded as well as peeled, the roasted skin is peeled off, then you're ready for the next step. You're then gonna stuff the peppers with the filling, and there are two ways to prepare it. You can either, traditionally, they're just, that's how they're prepared. Everything is cooked and they're ready for the sauce and the toppings. But now these days, many places deep fry the pepper, and that's what we did. Oh, and it's so tasty. So we first just rolled it in some flour, and then we put it in an fluffy egg mixture. And the trick to this mixture is that you need to separate the egg whites from the egg yolks, whip up those egg whites until they're nice and have nice and fluffy with stiff peaks. Then you're gonna put back in the yolks and mix it in, and that is going to be the egg covering that you're gonna coat your chili in right before you stick it in the pan to fry. And you just fry on all sides until it's crispy, because everything's cooked. The pepper has already been roasted, the filling has already been cooked up, so all you're doing is getting a nice crunchy fried coating on your pepper, and then you're ready pretty much to plate. You top these chilies with this amazing sauce. It includes a good amount of walnuts, as well as some evaporated milk, canned evaporated milk, and they call it media crema, so I'm not sure if it's half and half or if it's just cream. If any of you know, please comment below, but they call it here media crema. So you put in some of those, which honestly, this is kind of to taste, how thick you want your sauce to be or how thin. It depends on how much cream and liquid you add to it in comparison to nuts. So kind of to taste. And then you also add a little bit of sugar and a little bit of vanilla. And again, it's to your liking of flavor. You blend it up and you have a nice big creamy smoothie, and you pour that over the top of your chili, and you top with pomegranates and parsley so that it looks like the bandera de Mexico. And that is how you prepare chiles en nogada. All right, Papi's home.
Mm-hmm. Baby wants to eat with me.
Digging into his chile en nogada.
I'm very excited about this chile en nogada. Ooh. Oh, look at that. That was good. See how it tastes. ¿Por qué estás conmigo entonces? That's really good.